going on, everybody? Welcome back to the MPP, the Noah and Patrick podcast, and this is episode number 79. 79. Happy Mother's Day weekend to all the mothers out there. Hopefully, you all have a great weekend doing something fun. Hopefully, or just chilling out,
Have
relaxing.
a nice day. A nice day.
Yeah, a nice day. Um, Not much going on in the sports world. Uh, did want to wrap up the Kentucky Derby that Noah and I predicted last week. It was ran on Saturday, and it was an exciting race. I don't know, Noah, have you seen it
I
or
did see the
you
comeback
saw it?
win,
Okay.
the comeback dub. I don't
Uh,
remember who the horse is, but
Golden Tempo
yeah.
was in last place, um, basically the whole time, and he came back and won, which was it was a crazy race because he was in the back of the pack, and then once they made the turn, he was like kind of like weaving, and then he just took an outside route and was able to close the gap and win in like a couple point seconds against his brother, uh, who was on Renegade, which was the favorite going into the week, and almost broke the curse. Not the curse, but the streak of winless Kentucky Derby winners from Post One. So it was an exciting race. Probably like I don't know. I can't compare it to anything else. I would say it's just 2 minutes and that's it.
Yeah. It's just um a quick moment, I guess. In but when you watch it, it doesn't feel like 2 minutes. It feels
No,
like a long time, and you're just like, what's gonna happen? But yeah, shout out to Golden Tempo. What was it, Golden Tempo? Or
Golden Tempo, and the
yeah, Golden
trainer
Tempo.
for Golden Tempo was the first female trainer
Yeah,
to
the
win the
first female.
Kentucky Derby.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, like a cool story,
yeah,
the comeback win, yeah,
yeah,
from being last to first. So it's always stuff like that that happens in this kind of thing, you know.
yeah.
Uh,
Like every horse had a story as well. I mean, her first female, she's grown up, doing horse racing, so it was kind of meant to be. And she was saying in interviews that she couldn't even see her horse on the screen. Like she just had to trust that he was still racing, like on the back end of the racetrack, and then they didn't start showing him until like the final stretch, which is,
that
you
is
know,
crazy.
couldn't even watch the horse the whole race. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, imagine betting on Golden Tempo and you're just like, man, it's
Yeah,
over. And
he
then
was
just the buildup of just there he is.
yeah,
He's coming
23,
back.
23 to 1. Big payout if you bet it on Golden Tempo, Renegade number 2, Ocelli number 3, which was 70 to 1. He had a chance to win, which was that would have been insane.
Yeah, that would have been a
70 to
huge
1 odds.
payout right there.
And then Chief Wallaby 7 to 1 in fourth, who was one of the favorites. I think. Did you choose Chief Lullaby? Who did you choose? Incredible? You remember?
Let me take a look. I think it might have been Incredibolt. Yeah, it was Incredibolt.
He came in sixth. My guy, Further Ado, 7 to 1, came in 11th. And Emerging Market was also another high favorite, came in 10th. So all the favorites that people bet on didn't really have a good showing. They just got passed on the back end. And yeah. Unfortunately, Golden Tempo is not going to race in the Preakness, so there will be no Triple Crown this year. Uh, they just think the horse won't have the speed for the distance. So,
I
but
mean,
he's
he won the most important one anyways.
yeah. But you want to see another Triple Crown winner,
Yeah.
or at least the chance to have a Triple Crown winner.
Yeah.
But
Well,
supposedly he's going to race at the Belmont, so in 6 weeks, 5 weeks.
eh, if it's 2 out of 3, they'll take it. But um, yeah, Triple Crown's always the lookout for a Triple Crown is always
Yeah.
another the second part, I guess, of this whole thing. You got the Kentucky Derby, and then can that guy or can that horse get the Triple Crown?
2 weeks rest
You know,
for the Belmont or for the Preakness, and then the Belmont, which is three
yeah,
weeks after that.
quick turnaround.
Yeah, it's a horse. But one last thing before we move on from the Kentucky Derby this year. People said Secretariat, one of the most dominant horses all time, right? Everyone wants to be like Secretariat. He would have won that race by 14 lengths.
Dang,
So that's how dominant Secretariat was
that's
back
the
in the
goat right
day.
there.
Yeah,
The goat of horses.
insane. Even though like his time compared to Golden Tempo's time is like point, you know, 8 seconds or something. That's the length of like how much he would have won by. So,
Okay.
fun fact.
That's why everyone's related to him.
Yeah, that's why everyone wants a horse. That's in
That has
the
his genes.
yeah, and that was like in 50 years ago, and they're still making babies, I guess. I don't know. Does it ever like go away?
I mean, I mean,
Or
it's the
just
same thing
like
with they say the same thing about people, right? Everyone at some point was like,
related?
yeah, like if you go far enough back, they originate from one specific,
That's
um,
true.
part. So I mean, it'll just get the gene will just get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, and it's just gonna be 0.00000000001. But
Still related.
technically, hey, you can hold that over the other horse's head, right? You're like
Yeah.
still related to Secretary.
Yeah, that one horse that was in the Derby that was not related. So,
Yeah, there you go. But th that just means there'll be more like that, though.
yeah, that's true.
More non-related and then less related, but they will still be there.
Yeah. All right. On to the NBA. And a little different in this round compared to the last round, I would say.
Yeah, we'll just take a quick look at what's going on, because next week it will most likely be the conference finals, and then we'll be getting to the finals. Um, but yeah, Pistons after the first round, rough start. I think Cade Cunningham coming back and them kind of gelling back together as a group. It just took them a little time, but now they're up 2-0 versus the Cavs. Shout out to playoff James Harden. He's showing up now. I think he was 3 for 12 last game. More turnovers than field goals. He's done that. I think I saw a stat saying he's done that like over 20 times in the playoffs or something like that.
He has like the most turnovers in the playoffs as well.
Yeah, so like when the trade happened, I personally said I didn't like it. I thought Darius Garland here like was just a better fit for them. But um, James Harden played well in the regular season. Now he's kind of fizzling out like
Always.
he has done. Um, but we'll see. Maybe he'll pick it back up. And series not over yet. 2-0, game three today. And
Yeah.
but
But
Pistons looking good.
the Cavs have didn't win a single away playoff game in the first round. They were the home team, so they had 4 home games. And that's the only reason why they won. So we'll see if they could break that streak, but
Yeah, and
tough.
the Raptors, they just blew that one what was it, game five, I think,
Yeah.
at the Cavs. And if they hadn't done that, they would have been through. But um
Yeah.
Knicks 76ers basically over. Um 76ers, I don't know how they beat the Celtics. I know they came back and they won 3-1, but even in the moment when it was happening, I was just like, how is this even happening? And I honestly thought they would be a better matchup against the Knicks with Maxey going against or with Jalen Brunson being such a liability on defense, but it's it really hasn't been close.
No, that's not. They've been pretty dominant throughout the season or series, and I was trying to think about. Someone said like the Celtics built their team around maybe facing the Knicks in the playoffs. So when they faced the Sixers and they couldn't stop Joel Embiid, like their team wasn't made for beating the Sixers, so that's why they lost. So that was the thing that I heard. I don't know how true that is. I don't really know what the matchups were,
Yeah.
but the Knicks are just dominant. I don't know. They got OG, Mikal Bridges, they got lockdown defenders, and then Brunson has just been on an absolute tear, as
Yeah, I
always.
mean the Celtics were just they just live and die by the three, and everyone knew that, and they just died really badly.
Yeah.
They just could not hit shots. Um, but yeah, it looks like the Knicks are probably gonna sweep. I don't think 76ers get a game. Um, Thunder Lakers. Oh, we'll do that one last. Timberwolves Spurs.
It's a lot to
Um,
talk about.
yeah, T-Wolves have looked good in two games. They won one game. The second game they ended up not winning that one, but the Spurs also just dominated the Timberwolves in game two by like 40. So we'll see. Timberwolves dealing with a lot of injuries, um, but they look good at times. So I think they still have a chance. They did blow their chance of stealing that one game in San Antonio by losing their last game, but um, probably the most competitive series right now, honestly.
Well, it's the only one where the other team has won a game. So,
Exactly.
and I don't know, it may be the only series that the other
That
team
team does win.
win at this point. Yeah, Wemby has looked great. I know the last game he was knocking down the three ball and, just getting three or four threes just out of Wemby. That's definitely the difference. Um, he looked really good. I mean, this guy's a freaking alien, That's why he has the nickname as an alien. This guy can do everything.
Yeah, a lot of
He's coming
controversy
off
about him.
screens on the top of the 3 point.
Yeah, but a lot of controversy about him goaltending not being called on him, which, if you do look at them, some of them are pretty obvious and they weren't called. Uh, and other ones they're just 50-50 like at the height. I mean, just no one else can be at that point of the ball. So I would say
Yeah.
those you can call blocks. But yeah, some that are bouncing off the backboard and he's hitting them and yeah, but um fun series so far for that one.
The refs
And
are
then
just not
Thunder,
having a not having a good
yeah,
route.
yeah. Refs overall in every series are just yeah. Thunder Lakers, the most controversial one with the refs, especially with the last game. Um, I will say I am with a lot of people where I find the Thunder games unwatchable at times. Um, Obviously there are times where it's fun, they go crazy, and it's like, okay, this team is crazy. But then you have the moments where Chet Holmgren is holding his face when he gets hit in the chest. You have Caruso falling over when he barely gets touched. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, one of the best players at drawing contact, and there are times where he draws the foul, and you're like, and it's fine, like it's a foul, but then he over exaggerates on other times. You're like, why doesn't he just like he's so good? Why does he have to do it? You know,
Yeah,
it's just hard to watch sometimes.
yeah. I've only seen highlights from the first two games. That I can tell you, I have not watched like the whole game. All I see is from what's been posted on the refs and everything. So, you know,
Yeah, I was watching game two.
all the
Um,
examples that people say, I mean, yeah, it's very clear that should not have been a foul. So, I can only imagine how the rest of the game looks.
Yeah, and I understand like calling fouls. I understand that it's a lot of them are really close in the moment of time, but um, it has to go both ways. I think especially game two, you see a lot of Thunder benefiting compared to the Lakers benefiting in the game. Where you're like, okay, this is a foul that is being called for the Thunder, but it's not being called for the Lakers. Like, it's just like, why is it being called one way or the other? So I think that's just the part where it's just like inconsistent. If it was consistent, then I think people would be like more mad that there's so many fouls compared to why is it so lopsided. Um, and I think it's better to be mad about more foul calls than one team over the other, because then it creates a narrative of, oh, the NBA wants this team to win, huh? Oh, SGA is the MVP, so he's gonna get all these calls.
Yeah.
Which SGA hasn't even been playing that great. I mean, game two he played a lot better, but game one I think he only had 18 points. He didn't play that much because he was in foul trouble. So it's like uh, it could be a lot more fun to watch. But the games have been close early on, and then they kind of Thunder kind of pull away later in the game.
Yeah, and Lakers still don't have Luca, which was very talked
No,
about. That
they're not going to have
LeBron
him. It looks like.
LeBron said something, and people would think it's an excuse, and that's why they're losing. But hey, that's the fact. They don't have Luca. They don't
Yeah.
have 25 points, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Someone's like, oh, what was it? It was like, oh, well, what do you think is wrong with the offense or something like that? Or like, why don't you think you guys are scoring more? Like, and I think he says, well, we don't have a guy scoring 35 playing, so that could be one reason. Uh, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, Luca is a top five player, if not a top three player in the NBA right now. So, I mean,
I don't know how
that's
much it would have helped. It would help, maybe just like closer games, I would say. And maybe, when the Lakers do lose energy at the end of the game, that's where you have Luca to maybe pick them up. I mean, Luca can score from anywhere, so
it's just like those dead moments of the game where you have to sit LeBron and you have just Reeves out there. You know, it makes a difference if you have Reeves and Luca and LeBron, LeBron and Reeves. Like just you have those duos out there multiple times compared to only having Reeves, only having LeBron,
yeah.
uh, having to rely on Luke Kennard to score so many points.
Yeah.
Which he can score, but he's not like, that guy.
Yeah.
He's like I'll get you three, four threes a game. He's not I'm dropping 20, you know.
Yeah.
That is awesome if he does, but that's not the kind of guy he is. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's just the playoffs so far. Um, Coming up right now, NBA lottery on Mother's Day on Sunday. So just to look at the top picks here, you got Washington. They have a 14% chance. So the top three are going to have a 14% chance. They cannot fall out of the top five, I believe. Um, but 52% chance of being top four. Then you got the Pacers, who, if they fall out of the top five, the pick goes to the Los Angeles Clippers. So you have the Clippers begging for the Pacers to fall out of the top five because Clippers lost their pick to the Thunder. Another thing to look out for because the Thunder could get the number one pick again. Um, the Nets are the top three. Um, 14% chance to get the number one pick. Then you got the Jazz, Kings, with 11.5%. Grizzlies, Hawks, Mavs.
Ethan Wagler. Who the hell is that?
Yeah, I mean there's no point in looking like about who they're gonna pick because you don't know who's gonna have those spots. But
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of the guys I don't know. Um, you got the Bulls at 9. The Bucks have a 0% chance at getting the top pick because or New Orleans owns the better pick. So if they get a higher pick than the Pelicans, then the Pelicans can take whatever if they want to take that spot or not.
Damn.
Um, The Warriors are at 11, 2% chance, 9% chance of getting a top four pick. We've seen crazier things. I think last year the number 11, the Mavs got the number one pick. So then you have the Thunder with the Clippers right here at 12. They have a 1% chance. You're saying there's a chance that they can get the number one pick. Like I said, 11 last year. Hey, it's 12. I think the year before was 10. It's 12
Yeah.
this year. It's all lining up. The NBA script. Um, the Heat, Hornets round out the final teams here. Normally it goes 14, 13, 12, 11 are usually the same, unless it's, last year. But um,
Honestly, for the Warriors, I know the number one pick would be amazing, but even just a top four, I mean, you have a chance at AJ, Cam Boozer, Akoff, Darian Peterson, like
yeah, if you had a
just
top
even
five,
yeah,
top six pick, you're sitting pretty. There's a lot of these guys who'd be number one in a lot of other drafts.
yeah, especially Zachary Richardson here.
Oh yeah, that dude not even in rotation anymore. That's absolutely insane. Should have
So
gone Alex Sarr. Um, yeah, just the teams to look out for during it is the Bucks for sure. We'll see where if they even get the pick that they there. The
interesting.
Kings will be interesting to see. The Jazz definitely if they get a top pick, then they're the epitome of tanking during the season. They sat their starters out in the fourth quarter in like I don't know how many games in a row. Um, they had guys who were injured but not necessarily needed to be out for the season. They got surgery to get out of the season. Um, they played their cards, They're here. So it'll be interesting to see if their tanking worked. And then obviously I think last but not least, the Pacers. Because if the Pacers fall out of top five, they don't have a first round pick, I think. So, and
Yeah,
they were bad.
yeah. Without Tyrese, it's pretty bad. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's
and yeah,
gonna be interesting. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Just wherever the ping pong balls fall.
yeah. And yeah, like the Pacers drama is going to be fun. The Thunder, because the Clippers lost to the Warriors, have a higher chance of getting a first. So
Unbelievable. It's gonna be interesting. Gonna be
yeah,
interesting. I'm just oh I don't I'm just confused about the Wizards. Like where do you think they're heading? Like just trying to build around Trae Young and Anthony Davis? Gonna trade them this year again? I don't know.
yeah, yeah. The Wizards made interesting moves. Uh, like you said, they traded for Trae Young, Anthony Davis. So it looks like they're trying to speed up their timeline here, and they have Keyshawn George, who is the worst George of the two. But what was the one? The Jazz, who
Keontae.
looks great. Yeah, Keontae George has looks like a star. And they missed on a couple of picks, so we'll see. They really need this. They really need this number one pick here. The Wizards have been bad for so long, and it's crazy though. They got Trae Young for basically CJ McCollum.
Yeah. 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 It's gonna be interesting. Gonna be interesting. Um, the only other news to wrap up this episode. Um, I don't know if it's a surprise. Noah can speak on this, but Patrick Bailey from the Giants, two-time gold glove catcher, got traded to the Cleveland Guardians for a the 29th pick in this year's draft and tugboat. Michael Wilkinson,
Yeah.
who I guess
Um,
was a pretty good prospect and is a good prospect. He's in the double A, I think. His
Yeah, I have
ERA
heard
is
of
like
him.
under 3. Supposedly he was a Little League World Series legend. Um, I mean, for a nickname like Tugboat, I mean, sounds pretty perfect to be traded to the Giants. But just a very interesting trade. Um, I think it's kind of wild, but I understand the trade. He, Patrick Bailey could not hit the ball to save his life. I mean, his career not ERA, batting average is like 230. This year he's hitting under 2. I think, like we said many times, that he's a great defensive catcher. He's frames pitches well overall. What you want as a catcher, but not swinging the bat. And now the Giants have Daniel Susac and Rodriguez. I can't remember his first name.
Yeah. Um,
Is it Jesus?
I know it's with a J.
Jose?
I can't remember. But yeah, he's playing right field at some points.
Yeah, which is an
Actually,
interesting secondary position for a catcher.
yeah, for a catcher. But going off of Patrick Bailey, like you said, great defense, two-time Gold Glove winner. Um, but switch hitter, struggling to hit the ball right now. Um, like it's great to have a defensive catcher, especially before ABS. Like when ABS comes into play, I don't know how important that is anymore because framing, you can just challenge the pitch now if it was a strike.
Yeah,
Before, if you have someone who can frame like Patrick Bailey does, who was number one in the league at that. Um, it's just incredibly important to steal strikes. But now, if you can just challenge if it was a ball, how important does that skill come into effect? Like, yeah, it could still be very important in certain parts where maybe they don't have any more challenges or um, they just decide not to challenge that.
yeah,
But it's not as important as hitting the ball now. I think if there is no ABS system, he still might have a job uh with the Giants.
yeah,
But yeah, baseball's not just defense. So Daniel Susac has been hitting the ball like crazy. He's been hot. And you got to give him a chance.
yeah.
He's he's
And
been playing really
Rodriguez has
well.
been hot too. Ever since he
Yeah.
got called up, he's been hitting the ball, and um he's a good. He was in the what trade was he in? Devers? No, I forgot what
Oh,
trade he was in. But yeah, Buster Posey isn't afraid to make changes. I guess he's going all in, and that's his position, catcher. So I
yeah,
would think,
and they got a pick out of it too.
yeah, which is
A
this
com a
year's
com
pick.
29th. I
Yeah,
didn't think you can get higher than the 30 because I know after that they have like the supplemental draft, which they call a competitive pick.
yeah,
I guess it could be then the 29th. I thought it couldn't be before everyone picked. I thought it was only after every team picked. But
yeah.
um,
I was reading a
hey,
lot of comments this morning about the trade, and it sounds like the Guardians are like, "Why are we trading for someone who can't hit?" And then the Giants side, it's like, oh, "Okay, well, he can't hit, so you know."
no, honestly, this was a steal. I think you get a 29, you get a first round pick.
Yeah,
uh Extremely rare in baseball to just
pick
trade
is
picks.
huge.
And then you get a pitcher who I think is like one of the better pitching prospects in their system. I mean, don't quote me on that, but the Guardians are known for having great pitching prospects. And you get one of these guys who minor league career is a two under a 3 ERA in 3 years. Sign me up. I mean, um, he had like a okay year last year,
Yeah,
but 2 years ago he had a great year. And this year, under a 2 ERA in 6 games. Um, the Giants need pitching so bad. That was one of the things that I was saying in free agency. I was like,
so bad.
why are they not getting a pitcher? You're bringing in Tyler Mahl or whatever his name is,
He got
and then
blowed up.
you got Roop, who was there last year, but like he was kind of just there because they need a fifth. And I'm just like, why are we bringing him back to start? and it's just it blew my mind that they did not sign a pitcher. Like I understand, like one of the pitchers that everyone was saying was Framber Valdez, who signed with the Tigers. Kind of got some controversy because he hit Trevor Story when he was just getting rocked. He gave up 10 runs or something, and then he just gets mad.
The only
And there was
fastball he threw in that inning was to hit Trevor Story. I thought that was
and
crazy.
there was another thing where he was the catcher like he didn't want to throw what the catcher was doing, so he just threw something. And in baseball, that's extremely dangerous because if you cross up the catcher, he's not going to know it's coming, and it's a fastball right to the chest or right to the face.
Yeah.
And that's something I don't like. I personally didn't want them to sign him, but that was someone they could have signed. Like, he's not a bad pitcher. Um, so I like the trade for the pitcher. The 29th pick, whatever, you're probably not going to see that guy in a couple years if he's even good. Uh, but um, hey, cut your losses. Patrick Bailey, I liked him when he first came up. Good prospects. It's just unfortunate. The game evolved,
Yeah.
and he's a defensive catcher, um, and he couldn't hit a little bit. If he could just hit a if he could just hit a little bit, then he would still be there.
Yeah.
If he could give
Honestly,
any type of anything to the offense, anything.
I'm all in on the offense. Like it's the Giants are like bottom five in runs scored each game. So whatever it takes to get some offense, I'll
Yeah,
take it. Offense and pitching, please. I really don't care. You can give up
yeah,
like 5 runs, 4 runs. I don't know. Not have to be
yeah.
too defensive in this league, I would say.
No. Well, personally, I was like, Adames is known to be a slow starter. We saw that last year.
This year,
Devers is,
horrible.
yeah, Devers is one of the best hitters in baseball. Yeah, he's gonna start off slow. Now you see him, he's hit what, 3 home runs in 3 games or something like that.
Yeah.
Um, it just takes time sometimes. I don't have high expectations, but you can't just worry right out of the gate. Baseball is such a long season. Players are all different. Like I said, Adames last year still hit like 30 bombs, and he didn't play well in the first 60 games. Like, um, the only thing I'm worried about is pitching. Pitching is completely different.
It would be nice to be get off to like a okay start, not like bottom of the barrel league stats.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the Giants are
Some
making the playoffs.
some hope would be nice at the beginning of the season, and then they can fall off during the summer and then at the end of the season.
Yeah, I mean,
What
yeah,
we're not
I
asking for
don't know.
much, I don't think. Like 100 wins, that's asking for a lot in this division, I would say as well, and for the NL.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what people were expecting. They signed Luis Arias. Um,
I like him. He's good.
yeah, I mean, he hits for average, but he's not even doing that right now. He's playing great de He's doing the opposite of what people thought. He's playing great defense and he can't hit. Um,
Too focused on the defense, not enough hitting.
they signed Harrison Bader. When that happened, I was like, what is going on here? They literally have 20 young outfield. They have Luis Matos, who they cut. They have Gilbert, who they traded for, who's playing better than Harrison Bader. So why are we giving this guy $15 million a year? Um, could have gone to a pitcher. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just
He's not
interesting
even
moves.
not even in the lineup anymore. So
Yeah, he'll probably be gone at some point because Harrison Bader, great defender for sure. But he's another guy. He's a good defender, but um, so's Gilbert. Uh,
he has more
so
energy, Gilbert too. He's a team player, I would say.
yeah,
Energy.
yeah.
So
I guess you can just say Bader's a veteran presence, but I'm not paying my veteran presence $20 million a year. Sorry, $15 million a year.
yeah.
No,
What
thank you.
can you do? What can you
No,
do?
thank you. I will just get someone out of retirement at that point.
Anyways, that's our SF Giants rant for today. Big news, Patrick Bailey on the way out. Good riddance. Oh, actually not good riddance to that guy. Good riddance to Juwan Jennings, last person to mention. Uh, signed a deal with the Vikings. 1 year, like 12 million. Uh, the 49ers were gonna give him 15 million a year, 2 year contract. So he left the team and took less money. So good riddance, Jerwan Jennings. See ya.
Hey,
Have fun playing in a dome in the snow with the Kyler Murray and Justin Jefferson.
he doesn't want to be the number one. Simple.
He's not the number one in Minnesota.
I was gonna say he doesn't want to be the number one,
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
which he was all last year when he played. But
When he
yeah,
played.
yeah. And then Mike Evans, he's old, so we'll
Yeah.
see how he does. But he's probably the number one now.
Mike Evans, Pierce Hall,
And then the new
Christian
guy,
Kirk. Uh
and then the new guy, whatever, Stripling.
oh yeah, Stripling, yeah. So fun stuff.
Yeah.
Fun
So
stuff
yeah,
in the Bay. We
I'll,
got
I'll,
we got hopefully hope with the Warriors, getting a top four pick.
oh yeah, right.
The Giants in shambles. And then the Niners mid, I guess. I guess they'll have a chance for the Super Bowl playoffs.
Hey, there's always a chance.
Yep. All right. Anything to add, Noah?
No, there's just no time to add anything. But see you next episode.